Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm still an Adamaniac.
For new adventures of Batman.
While Gotham City sleeps, something evil is afoot.
Students, the Penguins' School of Crime is now in session. And tonight's lesson is a highly important one, the classic jewelry heist.
One student asks how they get in. Most criminals use a crowbar or some kind of blasting agent or just smash the window and grab the stuff on display. But this is Penguin. There's only one way he's likely to do it.
Open sesame!
He calls it a woodpecker lockpicker. I call it imaginative. It's not often these cartoons come up with something I haven't seen before, so I'll give it a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for also being a tongue twister. There are also laser burglar alarms protecting the door, but he's got that covered.
And there you have it, class.
It's not hard to see what's going on here. Once Wile E. Coyote got too old to chase the Roadrunner anymore, Penguin took over the task of single-handedly supporting the Acme Corporation. He says, "I think you're ready for the ultimate crime." And what would that be?
What else? We capture Batman and Robin once and for all.
Capture them. And do what with them? Most villains want to eliminate them once and for all. Is he planning to do a Farnham Bee and put them on display?
Feast your eyes, students, for what you see here is destined to become the criminal's best friend and Batman's worst enemy.
But it's so small. What can it do, Penguin?
Not only can it duplicate the bat signal, but the commissioner's voice as well.
How is that supposed to draw them into your trap? Both of those things will take them to police headquarters, not to your place.
Have I ever given you a bad haircut, Bruce?
Not so far. It's the bat signal. Let's go.
There's a lot I could say about how multi-millionaire Bruce Wayne is too cheap to go to a barber, but the reality is Dick Grayson aspires to become a barber. If Bruce doesn't let him do this every so often, he keeps trying to cut his own hair, and every time he does, he can't go out as Robin until it grows back because the criminals laugh at him and say, "Who cut your hair, Dick Grayson?" The fake message told him to get over to the harbor and stop a big heist. As usual, Batmite wanted to go along, and as usual, they told him no. As usual, he obeyed without question.
Show those turkeys a thing or two.
Going someplace, little guy?
Yikes!
Oh, sorry, little guy.
You know I hate it when you call me that.
Forgive me. Are you going somewhere?
Yeah, undercover. I'm gonna catch a penguin before Batman and Robin do. I'll show them. I'm not afraid.
You didn't really buy that last part, did you?
Yikes! Yeah, go ahead, yak it up. But we'll see who has a last laugh, you big box of bolts.
Well, he wasn't wrong.
Holy bats in the belfry, Batman! Look!
That jungle bird is out of place around here, Robin. That can only mean one thing.
Penguin is at the zoo releasing all the exotic birds.
It's that foul bird Penguin, all right, and a group of innocent kids.
He's teaching them to be criminals, they're stealing for him, and they obviously want to be there. I'm not sure innocent is the correct adjective in this instance. Time to bust them all red-handed.
But we've not broken any laws, Batman. You are Batty.
Holy highway robbery! You were ripping off goods from this warehouse. I'd say that's against the law.
And our evidence is right in here.
If that's your evidence, I'm afraid you have an empty case.
Batman missed the mark on that one. This is a box warehouse, and they're stealing all the empty boxes to corner the market on mailing materials.
Holy clip feathers, Batman!
Think you're pretty cagey, huh, Penguin?
Batman want a cracker.
First, there's no bottom on that thing. They can just tip it over. Second, they both have laser torches and can cut their way out of that in seconds.
You're not going to get away with this, you feathered fiend!
Oh, but I am. Oh, I am. Bon voyage from the Penguins' School of Crime.
Or not. And or not. But now they seem to grasp that those kids are there by choice. They're not innocent dupes. Less than 20 years earlier, they would have been labeled juvenile delinquents. That was a handy label to put on these kids because it basically meant they're irredeemable and society doesn't have to care about them or try to help them be better. The best thing to do is lock them up and otherwise keep them out of our hair. It's not like they matter.
Some people count, some people don't.
So he's got them locked in the hold of a ship. Now what? What does he intend to do with the ship?
Where are you sending them, Penguin?
To the South Pole, where they can chase penguins all they want.
You do know the South Pole is on land, right? And there are other people living on Antarctica, which means they have multiple ways to hitch a ride back home. Maybe he's hoping the other penguins will decide they taste like fish.
Let's see, bat smoke, bat springs, batarang. Here we go, the bat torch.
He doesn't remember where he put stuff on his utility belt. His biorhythms must be way off today.
Oh, that's one. Down.
Why didn't he do that before the penguin put him on the ship?
Ooh, this is absolutely delicious. The world's greatest crime fighters trapped at the South Pole.
It took him so long to find his torch, the ship reached Antarctica.
Well, here's another fine mess Penguin's got us into. How will we ever get back to warm and friendly Gotham City?
We only have one chance, Robin. The bat skis.
Looks more like an inflatable bat snowshoe. My mistake, they're inflatable bat snowboards.
Contact, Batman!
Go for it!
When the jets fired, I wanted to see the skis go right out from under them and Batman and Robin do an unintentional double backflip. Penguin is watching the whole thing and he doesn't like it. At least he didn't say, "Curses, foiled again," even though that's what happened.
Speak! Speak!
Those bat skis and a lot of other things are operated from their utility belts. If we steal their belts, we take away a lot of their powers.
Need I point out that the bat skis came out of their boots, not their belts. And belts or no belts, they can still bash you in the bean.
Cops? Don't be silly. My lair is absolutely secret. It's probably my woodpecker.
Not exactly.
I'm Batmite, and I want to join your gang.
You what?
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of doing all Batman's dirty work for nothing. I want to be a bad guy and get rich.
Penguin says, "Okay, you can join us once you pass a little test. Help us get Batman and Robin's utility belts." Now, if Batmite was really on the ball, he'd agree. Go tell Batman and Robin, and they could create fake belts with tracking devices, let Penguin steal them, and follow him to his lair. Obviously, the key word there is if.
Splendid. They're here. Excellent job, Batmite. Excellent.
It's time to put his plan into action.
Take these lovely flowers to Batman and Robin, won't you?
Flowers? What for?
Oh, just for laughs. Now hurry.
Nobody figures flowers can do any harm. Obviously, they've never heard of allergies.
Holy strange odors! What's that?
Batmite, is this another... one of your...
It's super-powered laughing gas. While they're laughing uncontrollably, it's a simple matter for Penguin to steal their belts. Especially since he has one of those.
Penguin?
We're almost there. Oh, don't you just love it?
To the voice actor, Penguin is an American. He was a bullied child who worked in his parents' bird shop and made friends with all the birds. As he grew up and rose through the ranks of organized crime, he tried to dress, look, and talk like a refined gentleman, frankly without being convincing. One thing he doesn't do is speak with an occasional English accent, especially one that bad. Guess what else Batman keeps in his utility belt?
Holy curb service! There goes the Batmobile!
You guessed correctly, the car keys. They don't even have a way home. Where's Alfred? Well, that's kind of a bittersweet story. After Alfred and Aunt Harriet's wedding, they decided they wanted to see the world. So Bruce sent them on a months-long vacation to go see all the places they ever wanted. Alfred got a taste of life as his own man and mailed Bruce his letter of resignation from somewhere in the South Pacific. He signed off with some kind of comment about Aunt Harriet and a grass skirt. Bruce decided he didn't want to know anymore, and Dick hid in his room with a pillow over his head for 3 days.
We'll invite the Penguin and his crime school to the Batcave. It's an offer he can't refuse.
Then I take it you are planning to use Batmite in this little caper.
Exactly. Can you contact him, Bat Computer?
With electronic ease.
Batmite knows he did a boo-boo, and he's been racking his brain, or whatever, trying to figure out how to fix it.
Come in, Batmite.
Batman, you're okay?
Roger, are you alone?
If you don't count all these bird brains, yeah.
All right, listen carefully.
Okay, so he doesn't have to. Batman already figured it out. All he has to do is follow directions. No doubt about it, they're doomed. He tells Penguin he can lead them to the Batcave. Penguin says, with all of Batman's gadgetry and equipment, nothing can stop me. Let's go.
Fame and fortune, here we come!
You expected the boat to look like what? Batmite leads them through a maze of pipes, channels, and tunnels until...
Hold your breath, guys. I think this is it.
They replaced the bat poles with Professor Bubble's giant mixer. Needless to say, Batman and Robin are waiting for them. Penguin says, so what? I'm taking over here and I'm using your own gadgets to do it.
Give up, Penguin. We have you surrounded.
Surrounded! You hear that, class? We're surrounded!
Okay, Bat Computer, hit it.
He didn't necessarily say you were surrounded by people, but Penguin pulls out another of Batman's gadgets.
Your utility belt is full of surprises.
My goof, he pulls out 2 of Batman's gadgets. Every effective crime fighter needs dual pogo sticks.
Fortunately, I have a spare.
Not anymore, you don't.
Hey!
Why didn't Batmite do that half an hour ago? As usual, Penguin has another umbrella up his sleeve. Literally.
Sorry I can't stay and chat, but I have places to pilfer and people to rob. Ta-ta!
But Penguin, what about us?
Sorry, kiddies, but you just flunked your finals.
The helicopter hatches open and he's heading for it. When I ordered a pillow made of penguin down, that's not what I meant.
Tough luck, Penguin. Looks like your new nesting place is gonna be behind bars.
You mean we're all going to jail?
Well, except for Batmite. He'll get probation. About the only thing I really want to talk about is the new Penguin voice. Honestly, I'm not crazy about it, not the least because it's inconsistent. Lenny Weinrib did nearly all of the villain voices, but this one feels like he couldn't decide what he wanted to do with it. Ted Knight did the Penguin in the previous series, and it made a lot more sense. It fit the look of the character. This one, not so much. But the Penguin himself was a lot of fun. The story and the gadgetry is just silly enough to make the episode enjoyable. And using Batmite as a mole inside the organization brought some interesting situations, so I can look past the less than stellar voice. And besides, it's been 9 years since the last series. As much as Penguin smokes, his voice was bound to deteriorate over that length of time. I'm Irving, and I'm still an Adamaniac. Achoo! Achoo!